WIN is a consortium, a worldwide innovative network for cancer medicine. So basically, this is a consortium that groups not only academic institutions, but also pharma biotechs, diagnostic companies, and also other stakeholders that are important for the field of precision medicine in cancer patients, including patient advocates and research organizations. Well, basically, the focus of the symposium that it's held on a yearly basis, it's always precision medicine in cancer. But for this year, actually, we asked for a challenging title. So basically, how can new innovative approaches improve cancer patients' outcome, right? And the title it's challenging itself, but obviously we are going to have several sessions that are going to be tackling different aspects of personalized medicine in cancer. To improve survival with good quality of care, and this is something that it's at the center of the consortium. So basically, the consortium is patient-oriented and patient-centered, and that's why for this meeting and other meetings, one of the major sessions actually focus on patients' advocacy. So we need to hear the voice of the patients, what is important for patients or not. And this is crucial for not only for the symposium, but also for the consortium itself and all the clinical trials that we are trying to develop. Well, basically, we are going to have four different. So, beside the patients advocacy session that I have mentioned before, we are going to have four different sessions on different aspects of innovation. One of them it's obviously devoted to diagnostics, and diagnostics not only mean for diagnosis of advanced disease, but also for prevention, better stratification of the disease, monitoring, selecting the right treatment for the right patient. And one of the advantages that we have right now, that it's at the top of the research, is the use of what we call the liquid biopsy. So different specimens that we can take from the blood, just providing information on all omics, not only genomics but proteomics and other important aspects to decide the best treatment option. But as mentioned before, not only this, also early diagnosis, monitoring, resistance, and so. So this is going to cover an important session, and we have a panel of very good speakers that are leading high quality research in this field. This is one thing related to diagnostics. Also, we have innovation in the design of clinical trials. There have been some trials yet published, yet presented on precision medicine in cancer that have not yielded the results that we were expecting to have. But it's important to discuss in a very critical way the caveats of these trials and how we can improve for new clinical trials. So this is going to be another important session. The third one is how we can optimize all the preclinical information and toxicology information that we need to start, the development of a new drug or the development of combinations of drugs yet approved with new drugs, or even combining different therapeutic aspects like immunotherapy with conventional chemotherapy or targeted therapies. I think that it's important that we have an open discussion on what we need as clinicians to introduce any innovative therapeutic option to the patients, but with a wide criticism. Now we have several new models on efficacy, like the PDX, organoids, and so. The advantage of the information that these models can provide has to be translated in the real clinics, and the same for toxicology data, right? So I think that this is a cut-edging point that we need to discuss in a meeting like this. And finally, but also very important, is how much advantage can we get of big databases of clinical data, molecular data, integrated and customizing this data just to define better profiles of patients, and actually how we can subcharacterize the patient population with a particular disease, or even how we can stratify patients based on the potential mechanisms that the tumors that they bear have primary or secondary resistance to any particular treatment. So lots of aspects in this field that also can contribute that we develop better clinical trials for our patients. The whole symposium actually is based on precision medicine in cancer, right? It's very focused, it's very translational and cutting edge to the clinic. So it's on cancer, and that's why any investigator, any scientist that is involved in this translational research focused to provide better opportunities for patients may consider to attend the WIN Symposium. As mentioned, the program is full of excellent speakers that are going to be not only presenting the cutting-edge areas that they are working with, but also discussing on the potentiality that these opportunities, diagnostic therapeutics, may have in real patients. Well, as mentioned, all the stakeholders that may have interest in precision medicine may consider to come. Obviously, this is clinical oncologists, medical oncologists, hematologists, but also basic scientists, translational research scientists, but also members of leading physicians in pharma companies, not only at the clinical level, but also the preclinical translational level. And importantly, we expect to have also attendees from reimbursing bodies, from regulatory agencies, because the discussion is all together, right? So we want to advance in the field of precision medicine, getting outstanding data, but also discussing on how this data can be incorporated into routine clinical practice with rapid evaluation and conditional approvals, perhaps, of some of the combinations that we show and we demonstrate that they are clinically active. Well, again, I invite all potential attendees. The meetings so far, the WIN symposiums, have been really very interactive, and I think that in 2 days you can have, as mentioned, excellent speakers, but also a lot of interaction for the challenges and the prospects that we have. And the yearly WIN symposium offers the opportunity to discuss the cutting edge information that have been presented or published, or even not yet presented, in a very multidisciplinary and in an interactive atmosphere, and just to promote at the end to get the best strategies, the best clinical trials for our patients with cancer.